Hi, everyone. Today we're going to talk about characters in a story and especially how to show rather than tell when we're creating characters. So, the first thing we need to sort of unpack is what is a character? It's often the who of a story, and they might take on different roles. We saw that Annie Sullivan was sort of a teacher, she was a support system for Helen. We might see that Augie has a family that are mentors and caregivers. Maybe somebody has a good friend in a story who acts as their jokester or comic relief. And then sometimes we'll have stories where there's a hero and a villain, and one has to conquer the other. And when we're thinking about the way we learn about a character, the most direct way for direct characterization is through telling, where the reader is simply told what the character is all about. And we see that oftentimes in stories where writing is not as creative and does a lot of straightforward prose. So, this one, while Hercules replied on his awesome strength, Theseus was clever, quick, and developed his wrestling skills. So, right away, we're told what Theseus is like. We're not shown what he's like. So, another way to think about characters and a way to learn about them is through showing and showing the audience. And to do that, I'd like to teach you about STEAL. And STEAL is an acronym that stands for the things that the character says, their feelings internally, their effects that they might have on others or how others perceive them, the actions they take, and the way that they appear or their looks. So, let's jump in. So, from our story that we read all the way to the top, oftentimes characters have things that they say. There's dialogue, or there's even monologues, things that they say that no one is around to hear. But when the person expresses themselves, like this one, it shows us that they're excited, that they have passion, that they feel strongly about different things. And that tells the reader quite a bit about the character. Pause the video now and read this excerpt. Another way to learn about a character is how they feel internally, their inner thoughts. And we can see from Augie and Wonder that he had lots of feelings about how he looked and how he was perceived in the world. Pause the video now to read this one. And then, of course, the character will have effects through what they do and say on other characters around them. And when we get back to that story all the way to the top, as the young girl was climbing the stairs, Jennifer, we could see that people were responding to her behavior. They were responding to her action. So sometimes you'll see that action is connected to the effects on others, and that dialogue or the spoken words are also connected to the effects on others. So go ahead and read this one, pause the video, and you'll notice that the green highlighting is specifically the effects that Jennifer has on people around her. Another way to learn about a character is through what they do, how they behave. And Helen didn't have any spoken words in the story till nearly the end final scene, but she had plenty of action. Pause the video now and read about this action. And the last one comes from The Hunger Games, and it deals with Katniss and the way she appears, the way she's written about her appearance in the story. Pause the video now to read this one. So, what did we learn today? We learned that characters can actually be very dynamic and interesting when they are shown rather than told to their audience. And that is an example of indirect characterization. Thank you for watching.